Yeah. We back with another one. Yeah.
What's going on, Juco?
We reacting over here. I'm El Jefe. We just gonna like and subscribe. Have fun. Kick back. Smith Cartel. Y'all like and subscribe because you're gonna love it. This is the Smith Cartel channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We gonna keep going fed until we go live. I'm El Jefe, the big boss, kicking at Third Coast. We going, running, smiling, man. We doing the most to my family. I wish you the best. Remember what Jefe taught you, boy. Say it with your chest. Big boy, big boss. I rock it in the South. Got these folks slugs and all this gold shining in my mouth. I'm the man, understand. Like and subscribe. We gon' keep spinning the block until we get it right. Yeah, that's real. Like and subscribe, that's the channel. We keep it real, give you more than you can handle. Yeah, like and subscribe. Smith Cartel, I'm El Jefe. All right. Smith Cartel channel, y'all like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jefe. I'm gonna be your host. So let's get it down pat. Let's see who go to the mattresses on this one. God dang. I told y'all, I warned y'all before I started doing these. These Feared Our Neighbors turn up quick. I tried to tell you. Let's get it. We gonna get to this one now. This one gonna get this one, yeah. Cause they be off the chain. Off the chain.
Growing up, a childhood crush between neighbors can be so sweet.
It was cute. That's all it was. It's cute.
Yeah.
Unless the feelings aren't mutual.
I wasn't interested in dating anyone.
Leave me alone.
When parents move in to protect their children, things rapidly spiral out of control.
I think all of this could have been prevented.
And
Wrong
then
with her
it's
face.
too late to turn back.
Conflict should have been stopped right there.
Ooh, this gonna be the ghetto one right here, the saucy.
Simple
I like the ghetto. Ooh, let's get the hood in it.
in a very
Look at that white
short
woman. The white
time.
woman in the middle of all of them.
Violence and homicide.
Oh no. I just seen somebody laying on the ground. I don't know who that was. Come on, man. It's we have jokes though. You know what I'm saying? We don't be talking like we glad people gone unalive. We just be joking. Sometimes.
On the shores of Lake Erie, east of Cleveland, lies the city of Euclid.
Okay.
But it's really
Euclid.
more of a town. Population just under 50,000.
Not
Our
bad.
peaceful little neighborhood is an ideal place to raise a family.
Definitely with the
Euclid.
quiet area.
It's a big, sprawling community.
Well, that boy
Middle class,
forehead, boy.
blue collar, great
Big
values,
old
great
forehead.
community.
And that's exactly what brought the Covington family here 5 years ago.
This was a great leap for us, at the time. That was our first single-family home that we moved into.
The neighborhood was nice. Nice house, nice backyard, nice landlords. Everything was good.
Christina and Michael have a blended family, each with children from previous relationships. Their two eldest are Diamond and Jonathan.
It was an adjustment for both families, for the children to get to know each side.
She dark as hell
They
compared to
latched on
everybody
real
else.
good.
Like she, they shadow. What's going on?
Christina's younger sister, Vanessa, is at their
Lord,
house
here we
almost
go.
every day,
Here we go.
along with her 1-year-old son, Robert.
Look at that chunky monkey. I want that chunky
Vanessa
monkey.
and
Look
I
at that chunky
hung
chunk
out
chunk.
all the time. She was always there. She was
Look at
always
the
there for
baby.
everybody.
You can get off the
She
camera. I
was
just want to see the
glue.
baby.
She will always be
I want to see the
one
baby.
to organize
Look at that little
parties.
chunky chunk.
You know,
Oh,
she threw me my first baby shower, and it was what, my 4th kid, and it's my first baby shower.
She made sure
What'd that say?
that the family stayed
hell
close.
no.
She wanted everybody
Hell no.
to know
What
each
did I
other
just see?
really good, to grow up together.
What the hell did I just see? Was that Fat Storm?
In their
From
new home
X-Men.
in this nice, safe
Was that
neighborhood,
Storm on
the
off
Covingtons
season on the
seem
fixed
set to live
income?
happily ever after.
There was no
just saw Section 8
conflict in the
X-Men
family.
Storm.
Nobody argued. Everybody always saying I love you to each other.
Oh, look at her. I bet you she thinks she's the sexiest thing in the world with that wig on, huh? Nope.
New neighbors are moving in.
Look at nosy.
A new family moves into the
Get your
neighborhood.
ass in the house. Stop being nosy.
Ashley Berger and her fiance,
Yeah,
Matt.
that's a bad wig. Nah, they wrong for that wig. They wrong
It took
for
a
that
little
wig.
time for us to find like the perfect house, and then we did find
Oh,
one.
they wrong for that wig.
And we
How she
saw
got a
it and
bad
we
wig in her
really liked it.
reenactor and her?
And we decided that we wanted to move there.
Ooh, yeah.
Their eldest son, Jackson, is just starting middle school.
Jackson was 12. He was into wrestling, music. He liked football.
That's good.
He was like a really athletic child.
That's a good
When we
thing.
moved to that house, it was like a new beginning and a fresh start
Where the white lady
for
come from?
a brighter future.
Oh, her
It's
brother,
exactly
her sister.
the kind of
the
tightly
white
knit
guy's
plan
sister.
the Covingtons were hoping would take the house next door.
They nosy as
But in
hell,
just
boy.
a few months, both families will regret
She
ever
dark
laying
as
eyes
shit.
on each other.
Like, I didn't even know she had hair. She dark, she's so dark. That girl a minute past midnight. God damn.
That tragedy lies down the road. Right now, the two
He white
families
as hell.
seem
Well,
like
he ain't
they'll get
pale though.
along
He got a
great.
little bit of a tan in his
I
skin.
honestly was cool with it because they were a mixed family. They were an interracial family. She was black, he's white. They had beautiful kids. Their kids look
Bad
like my
wigs,
kids. did.
yeah.
Burger family, they fitted in fine. It was just kids on that street. It was a kid across the
fitted
street.
in?
It was
And it
kids
fit in?
couple houses
They
down.
fit in fine, not fitted
I had no
in.
problem with them.
I don't know. Maybe my grammar's wrong. I don't know.
Often taking extra shifts at the
That
gym
white
where he
woman could have
works,
brushed her hair. I
Michael
know
is
that.
not around
All
as
that
much
hair
as
all
he'd
over
like
the
to be.
place.
During the time
Coming on
periods when
this
you would
show.
have seen them most, like him maybe coming home from work or something like that, that was probably during the times when I'm already gone for work. We'd had limited interaction. I think we probably spoke maybe once.
Christina doesn't see much of the neighbors either.
I'm
'Cause they
very private.
nosy.
I kept to
Stop.
myself. I was always going over my mother's house or with my family.
Stop being so nosy.
Despite the distance, it seems Ashley's son Jackson is drawn to Christina's daughter, Diamond.
It was cute. That's all it was. It's cute. When he had a crush on her, that's all it could be was cute. Nothing further would happen or was going to happen.
Diamond. Come
Now
inside.
you gotta
Mom
listen
was
to
very,
the
very
disdain
strict.
in her
We weren't
voice
really
when she
allowed
said it.
out front, like we were allowed to just stay in our backyard.
Oh, so he liked her because she was a yellow bone. She was bright skinned. How the hell did that dark girl get that shit?
Christina
That white
prefers
boyfriend.
that Diamond and her brother play mostly with the family,
That baby bright as hell.
especially
She
her
look like an old
cousins,
girl off
Del
of
Monte
Fresh
and
Prince of
Trevor.
Bel Air.
My nieces and my nephews, my family, they will always be over my house. That's who they play with.
So there's no getting together with the boy next door.
Dog. He got iced out, boy. She made sure he got iced out. Mama was on it.
You guys come straight home after school today, okay? All right. Okay, thanks.
At the start of a new school year, kids from the street gather every day at the bus stop.
We used to have fun at the bus stop. We used to just talk about games and Pokemon and, certain video games.
And there in the gang is Jackson.
He made a lot of friends. He had a lot of friends. Everybody liked him. Everybody got along with him.
According to the Covingtons, Jackson is looking for a special friend.
So one day he had asked me out.
Hey, John.
Got a crush.
Hi. Do you want to go?
And I wasn't interested in dating anyone. Like, I was a complete tomboy. Like, I have 2 older brothers. Like, I like sports. I like to play basketball and football.
Hang out sometime or go to movies?
I'm like, no, I don't want to.
She was too young. She wasn't into boys at that time. She was like 11 or something.
Ashley Berger says the same thing about Jackson.
He was all about being outside and being active. He was all about hanging with his friends.
You ain't gonna get no truth out
He's
of neither
only
one of these
12.
mamas.
He's not thinking about
I'm just gonna be real
having
with
a
you.
girlfriend.
With these
and-
2 sisters talking, they
all
gonna
that
lie the
stuff.
whole time on their kids, on the Bible. They don't care. That's why their stories don't make
He
sense.
was
They
nice
sitting there
at
looking
first,
stupid.
and then it
Both
all
of them,
changed
"Oh,
when I
neither
told
one of
him,
us
no,
think
I
about
wouldn't,
this
I
like
wouldn't be
that.
your
Come on,
girlfriend,
man.
and I'm not
The hell
interested.
wrong with y'all?
Leave us alone. Leave her alone.
He was just mean and harsh for no reason. And me and my brother we're not fighters. When he started messing with me and my brother, we'd be sitting on the bus and he was sitting in the seat behind us and like just pulling my brother's hood and just like picking on my brother.
That's when the
According to
brother should
Ashley,
become a fighter.
It's Diamond who's messing with her son.
Diamond kept
Told you ain't
swinging her
never gonna
book
get
bag
the
and
truth out of
smacking
either
him
one
in
of
the
these
face.
fools.
He kept asking her to stop, and she wouldn't.
None of these fools. You ain't getting no kind of truth out of
I told
either
her,
one.
"You keep
They
doing
both
it, I'm gonna
lies.
take your book bag."
Both of them lies.
So she kept doing it, and he took it, and he said, "I'm not gonna give it to you till we get back home."
Give it back.
Boys and girls.
When
Now
Christina
he
came
the
over
brother wanna
to tell
be
me
tough.
about this incident, she was like very adamant that my son had started the whole fight.
What happened at school today, Jackson?
They kept on swinging their little strap from their bag and kept on hitting me.
Did you do this?
Yeah, we didn't mean to.
We'll let it go for this time, right?
Both Christina and Ashley want to solve the issue, but right from the start,
No, they
see
don't.
things very differently.
Do you see who you dealing with? Do you see the bad wigs? They is not
And
wanting
it
to let
doesn't
nothing
help
go. They want it.
that
They
one
want
troubling
something to
incident
start.
just leads to another.
Uh-oh.
The day that he asked me out, I was like, no. And then like a week later, he threw a snowball at my face.
Get over yourself. Weren't you a tomboy? You said you were a tomboy. You ain't no tomboy. You run in the house crying to mama. You
like
a
a nice
sissy. You ain't no
mark all around
tomboy. You
here.
talking about I'm a
It was
tomboy.
pretty swollen.
So I hung with my brothers. But
What
yeah.
happened? Who
Yeah.
did this to you?
Jackson.
But you a tomboy. You running to cry.
My kids tell me everything. He had hit her in
bet
the
they
face
do.
with a hard snowball. Her
A
face was all
hard
red.
snowball. Oh my gosh.
An
Hit
issue
her with
between
some
kids
snowballs. At least he ain't put a rock
is
in it
about
like
to
we do in
escalate
Texas and bust
into
the
a
head
problem
open.
between grown-ups.
Dude, we put a rock in that snowball and throw it.
Hello? We need to talk.
About what?
I told her I didn't want to make it into a you and die thing. You know, your son hit my child in the face with a snowball.
And
Sure, Jackson did that to you? I find that quite hard to believe.
gosh, that's a bad wig. She ain't even got a hairline. I bet she bald headed under
I
it.
mean, I know he liked her and everything, but you can't be doing that. And we said our goodbyes. I went home and she shut her door.
The thing is, this polite talk hasn't resolved anything.
No.
I knew my son very well.
No, you didn't.
He's not a bully.
Yeah,
He
he is.
wasn't bothering anybody.
Yeah, he
I
was.
never had any complaints.
Yeah, he did.
Already, it's hard to sort out the he said, she
It was
said,
his fault.
I know.
and the confusion is only going to grow.
It got out of control. Because
Oh,
of
they
this bullying
fighting.
thing, 2 families was destroyed.
On
Man,
a
they
peaceful
right
street
next to
in
each other.
Euclid, Ohio, in their new house, Matt and Ashley are blessed with wonderful news.
We're having a baby.
Really?
But outside their happy walls, these parents are very worried about their son, Jackson. It looks like he's being bullied by the children next door.
At first, I just thought it was
All them
you know,
kids delinquents.
just kids being kids.
All of them delinquents.
I
Who
didn't
they
really
raised by?
feel like it was like anything serious, and I thought that
They
maybe it would
mamas
stop,
are delusional,
you
so
know.
what make you think they ain't gonna have off the
was
head,
his
off the
fault.
rocker?
I know, sweetie. I'm so sorry it's not.
But the Covingtons believe Jackson is the bully.
Diamond would not mess with anybody. Still don't mess with nobody to this day. She was too shy and too scared. She wasn't raised like I was. I didn't raise no fighters.
I like how women think that they know their kids, and then when they find out they didn't know their kids, then they change.
He wasn't hood enough. You know, he wasn't hood enough to take this kid on.
You didn't know that for sure. See, that's sad that they really gonna degrade their kids
Ashley
like that and
feels
say
the
they
same
wasn't
way
this, they
about
wasn't
her
that. How
son.
you know?
I just know
That boy could have got out there and threw them
he's a
hands and
good
caught
kid.
that fade on that
And he
boy.
didn't
What
have
you
any
talking
reason
about?
to lie.
You just discouraging him more by saying he
The
ain't.
Covingtons decide the best way to deal with this situation
You stay away from him, okay?
is to make sure Diamond and Jonathan avoid Jackson.
We had a conversation with my parents, and she was just like, stay your distance, keep away. There should be no talking from here on out.
I mean it, stay away from him.
Jesus,
But living so close, side by side, there's no way to avoid all contact.
Super dark chocolate.
And that means ever-increasing friction.
Matthew was outside playing Frisbee with the kids. And the Frisbee accidentally went into Christina's yard. So Jackson ran over to get the Frisbee out of her yard. Christina came to the door and she said, "Get the out of here with that."
Hey! Get off my lawn!
I'm just wondering,
here
like,
come the
what
ghetto.
kind of person she is.
I love it when I'm right when the ghetto comes out
To
of
talk
people.
to a child that way, it was an accident.
You can just look at him and tell.
It was a Frisbee. We decided, not to say anything because we had just moved over there and because that might, stir more trouble up.
And because
So
your
we
wig is
just
bad.
left it alone.
Yeah, watch where you're throwing that thing.
But the Covingtons have a different story.
The little boy threw the Frisbee on purpose and hit Christina's
Ew.
baby.
Ugh.
Yes.
No, he didn't. You're lying.
He was throwing it. At first, he was hitting the
You can
boys
tell
with
when
it.
women lie.
Christina's
Look at
boys.
this ugly.
And then the Frisbee wind up hitting the baby.
Like, she
And
should
the
whoop
Covingtons
every
also
friend's
say that
ass that
Christina
told her
never
she was
yelled
cute
at
with that
Jackson.
ugly wig
I
on.
don't
She
yell
better
at
off going
people's
out
kids.
bald headed
I
like
go
she
talk
is
to the parents.
instead of wearing
I
that
have
with that
no-
ugly wig. Who the
You
hell
can't yell at a
thought
person's kid.
she thought she
that's
was
their kid. What are you looking at?
XXL
I would talk to
Storm?
her instead of her child, and I don't
Fantastic
yell
Four?
at kids
Come
like
on,
that.
girl.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
don't
even.
care.
You ain't even got no damn neck.
Even the simple act of parking in a driveway
That's how you look.
ratchets up the tension between the families.
They would take their truck, roll it up on the tree line, and across, like, our grass into their driveway.
The driveway is so narrow. As soon as you get out, you're stepping on their lawn.
But you didn't want them on your property, remember? So you got to climb
They
out
were
your
like trying
passenger
to get a
side.
rise out of us, just to try to make us mad.
It ain't like it did it constantly.
Yeah, but you
And they
went on her
trip on
property
that.
like you told her not to go on
It's
your
just
property
little
while you're on
things
hers.
that really
Yeah, but you
tick
told
them
her,
off, and I
you
just didn't
said don't
understand.
come
They
on your
really
property.
hated us.
Why did you feel that you could go on theirs?
Matt
You see the
decides to make
entitlement
sure
they
the
have?
property line is crystal clear.
We had taken some long, like, tree branches, and we started, like, sticking them in the ground around our line. We thought that if they seen it, that they would, get the idea, like,
Yeah,
oh,
stay off
well,
my property.
maybe we shouldn't do this anymore.
What can I do? That's just another way of saying, don't step in our yard.
Yeah, it is.
How childish
So
are
why
they?
didn't you? So why didn't you? How childish is it that you told this woman to get out your
could've planned this
yard,
out better.
don't come back, and then stood in her yard?
Fire toilets, you book guided
This is
travel
crazy.
experiences with tons of reviews.
It's just like that woman on that one
The
I
bad
watched. She had the
blood
video
between
camera out.
two
Tell her, put
households
the camera
continues
away.
to grow. Both sides claim the other's child won't stop
Crazy,
the
yo.
harassment.
The name calling,
Ooh,
it
her
kept
lips ashy.
going. They kept, like, saying, like, nasty things to him.
He wanted to mess with my brother. We got called to the principal's office. That's when the whole attitude, like, just changed. It got pretty bad. Like, I wanted to transfer out of the school.
Hey, buddy.
They're picking on me.
He started going home telling his mom, like, fibs, telling
Look at
him
that
that we were
baby.
picking
I
on
want the
him,
baby.
picking on him because it was two of us against him. And he would say that we were, you know, throwing stuff at him and spitting on him and little stuff like that, which was so untrue.
She's calling me names. She's
No
spitting.
matter who you want to believe, it's clear that something troubling is happening between the kids.
Yeah.
Go and get her over here right now.
Right now.
Unbelievable.
Here we go. Unbelievable.
Ashley sends Jackson over to fetch Christina.
Hi. Hey. Your mom wants to talk to you.
Okay, I'll be over in a minute.
All right.
I'm like, well, hold on. Let me, you know, I got to get my kids situated. They just walked in the door. Tell your mother I'll be over there in a minute.
Christina is frustrated when Ashley doesn't answer the door.
Uh-oh.
So when Matt appears, she decides to take the matter up with him.
Can I help you with something?
I'm like, I don't know what's up with your wife, but she wanted me to come over. I guess something happened on the bus. Do you know what's going on?
What the hell is going on here?
I see Christina, and
Stay away from my husband.
she's like doing all this.
Here we go.
Putting her hand in his face like this, you know, like real close. And he's just standing there like,
You asked me to come over here. I asked you to come talk to me, not to him.
She comes out the house like
this.
Why are you talking to my man? I'm like, lady, you just sent for me, but you had an attitude, you know? And she like, don't be talking to my man. You like him.
Been flirting with your husband? Yes, flirting with my husband. Don't ever touch me. I just did. Don't ever touch
Why'd she do it with the baby in her hand? The baby right there.
You asked me to come over to talk.
why would you talk to somebody that you don't really see instead of talking to the person who's always there?
You think I want to be in your face right now?
Once again, there's two very
we go.
different
Here
sides
we
to
go.
the story.
You know, she's
Here
getting
we go.
mad and she's like taking little steps towards me. I said, don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. And she's still walking up on me. Her hand touched me.
You're garbage. Out of my...
And then she just hit me. Rolled up her fist and punched me in my face. I had my 1-year-old in my hand.
Oh my God.
She just hit me and he fell out my hand, hit his head on the concrete. And my
He was
daughter
laying on the
Diamond came
grass.
out and got him. And I'm sorry, I just started welling on her.
He didn't hit his head. See, that's what I'm saying. Black women lie all the
That
time.
was
He
my
hit his
person.
head
You
on no
hit me with my
concrete.
son.
He
Are you
landed on
serious?
the
You hit me with my
grass.
son in my hand.
He was on the grass. And I don't care. Most women ain't finna drop their kid. Here we go. Here goes the fight.
And I'm punching her in her face. I mean, some good punches.
Matt won't stand by while his neighbor assaults his pregnant wife.
He was like really, really mad because he didn't think that it was gonna go that far.
To Diamond, Matt's defense looks like a vicious attack.
Her husband grabbed my mother and like held her by both her arms, like held her back, and the lady got up and she started hitting my mom.
Compared to what's going to happen on this front lawn, even this fight will seem like child's play.
What the hell is your problem, man?
I didn't think that it would escalate the way it did later on.
Yeah, they never take that. Famous words. Leading cause of men dying. Women.
It was kid stuff, like we were kids arguing. And it should have never just got to that point of anybody's life being taken over child arguments.
What happened? Not the
A
baby.
case of childhood bullying has escalated
Oh,
into
hell,
a
they
fist
jumping
fight
her.
between two mothers,
They jumping her.
Christina and Ashley. And Matt has come to his pregnant fiance's defense.
Yeah, but she hitting
She
her
said
while he
that-
holding her.
She was gonna call the police.
You can't do
Matt
that if you
said,
got your
"I'm
butt
calling the
whooped. You got
police
your
because
ass
you
whooped.
just hit a pregnant
And then
woman."
you turned around and you
And ran in the
started
house and
holding
called the
her and
police.
whooping her.
Yeah, no, I'm really scared.
In fact, both families call the police.
I wanted to press charges like she made my son fall and hit his head on the concrete. I wanted that, first of all.
Concrete.
The neighbor. There's a big mark on
I
his head.
want to see where. Where's the gash and all that? Where's
Officers
the...
confront a
Look, he on the
barrage of
grass. Am I tripping?
accusations and countercharges.
And she's pregnant.
He's talking to me. He said that I might go to jail because I'm the aggressor because she had a cut under her eye.
Ashley claims that Christina started the fight and denies hurting Christina's toddler son.
She told him that I knocked her baby out of her hand.
I just came to her house to speak to her and she hit me, which caused him to fall. Look at it.
And that the baby fell and hurt herself. So I said, no, that's not true. She threw her baby down.
That's what I'm thinking.
So she could fight me.
I think she threw the baby down. I don't think she hit the baby and knocked it down. I think that they both was interacting, but they both ghetto, so it don't matter. You ain't gonna get the truth out of either one of them.
There's nothing you can do.
You better off getting both of them life.
Nobody did nothing.
She
Let them sit in jail and just fight all day. Ooh, God.
Nobody's trying to step in and do anything. And I felt like it should have been taken care of right then and there.
I
feel
felt
like
really
you should have fixed your
helpless.
wig.
I did everything that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call the police, you're supposed to talk to the school, or talk to the parent. What else is there to do? What else was there really to do?
Throw your baby on the ground and fight her?
Nobody would
That's
help.
what you thought.
Law
What's the smartest
enforcement may be
thing?
unable to do anything about the
Here come my
conflict,
husband.
but Michael is itching to take it on.
I came rushing home. I mean, I was ready. I was ready to fight.
You ready to get your ass whooped?
Come on! I didn't need no boys with me. I didn't need nobody with me. I came home. I
you
paced
shut
around
up.
my driveway. I yelled. I said, man, come on outside. Let's handle this, me and you. I mean, you don't sit there and double team a woman out here. I mean, but he didn't want to come outside.
That's it. That's it. I'm done.
Big, don't open that door. Don't open the door.
And then Matt's like frustrated because it's like they keep on and on. It doesn't stop.
Don't open that door. Don't open that door. It's not even worth it. Come on, babe.
Michael takes his frustration out on the makeshift fence.
Problems between us got worse.
He act like a female too. He throwing stuff and everything.
Come on!
Now I'm getting trash thrown in my front yard. Over
If
the
they would have
fence,
walked out and
in my
walked you there, you
backyard.
wouldn't have been talking no mess.
They're still harassing my son.
Terrified.
And the Covingtons are also
crazy,
feeling
boy.
under attack.
I mean, he would get out his
But
van,
thank
he'd
God
be
for the
seeing me on
ghetto,
my
'cause if
porch,
there
and
wasn't
he'd
no
just get
ghetto,
out
I
and
wouldn't
say
even be able to-
little ignorant stuff.
Uh-oh, that thing did.
She would, call my sister names, calling her ugly as fuck, talking about her kids. Come on, you and your white kids, and I should call the police, tell them that you kidnapped those kids anyway with those little white bastards.
But Ashley claims
I
she
doubt she
is the
said
victim
that.
of foul language and race baiting.
They would
I
call
doubt all
me
that.
the B word a lot. Matthew was white. That's why they were always yelling racial slurs at him.
Nah, that sounds,
Booking.com has
that
all kinds
sounds
of
kind of
stays, because
believable to
some
me.
want a house in the desert.
Black folks be the most racist ones in the
Others-
world. They call each other names. They shoot.
Man,
They run
I
around
am
calling
not
each other the
racist. My
N-word
whole
all day
family
long.
is a rainbow. I have
They all racist.
everybody. No, my daughter, she's mixed. I'm
You-
not
what's
racist
up,
at
Nick?
all.
What's up, Nick?
Never been racist and never will be racist.
What some
Only
claim
people
are
in the world
innocent
that can take a
mistakes
word and
are
say,
viewed by others
I'm going to
as
change what it
aggressive
means
intrusions.
by who say it.
Diamond, she would turn up in our driveway and
Hey,
They
Get off my
invented the
lawn.
word.
she would like drop her bike.
come on now, get.
And she did that a few times, and they just kept trying to like find stuff that they could do to us to make us react.
On the other side of the driveway, Christina's large family, including her brother, rallies to protect their own.
Hey. What the hell is your problem, man? What's my problem? My lawn. Do you see my
My
lawn?
oldest brother, he's like, I ain't got nothing to lose. Come mess with me. Come mess with me.
But you mind your business. I'm right here, my friend. I'm right here, my friend. Back away.
I told him, Spencer, I gotta live here. Don't start no trouble.
Walk away.
That's all that happened. Nothing else happened.
And the Covingtons say strange things are happening at night.
Like, sometimes it'd be 11 o'clock at night and the young man would come outside and just knock on our windows and just mess with us.
Daddy?
With Christina's husband working evening shifts, her sister Vanessa continues to spend a lot of time
No
at the Covington
cameras?
home.
That's how Nessa was. She'd come from her house, catch the
No
bus over to my
cameras?
house, and stay. Not just one night, probably for a whole week.
I guarantee you,
That's
one of
how
these
close
women
we
gonna
were.
get somebody killed.
Sweetest person in the world.
And they ain't gonna have no charges, I
Me
guarantee
too.
you.
Hey!
The Burgers say they saw another side to Vanessa.
We had no peace. We couldn't go outside without them coming out and cussing at us and calling us names.
But Christina says that's just not true.
I've never saw Nessa fight. Never. Ever. I never even really saw her get mad.
The emergency calls never stop.
Your sister, I bet you if we ask you about your neighbor, I bet you tell you see your neighbor get mad every day, all day, 24/7, 365.
Every time the police would come, they would usually leave. And they would come back after the police left, and it would continue on. Like, it didn't stop.
Well, I never stopped calling the police. I kept calling the police because I wanted it on record. I kept calling the police because I didn't want to be the one wrong.
Both sides desperately want the fighting to stop.
You both were.
But there's no way out on this road to tragedy.
I was feeling like I wish I never moved in that house.
For exclusive footage, go to investigationdiscovery.com.
What are you talking
In Euclid, Ohio, a family feud is verging out of control.
This is ridiculous. They're the ones.
In my 33 years as a prosecutor, what I learned is that people can be very good to one another, and they can be also act unbelievably evil toward one another.
It's
After
true,
many
cut and dry.
months of he said, she said, all the police can suggest is that the two families avoid each other as much as possible.
You guys need to be over there right now.
You know, that doesn't always work when you're so close and you have such a confined condition. It's not that easy to stay away from each other. You know, you're gonna cross paths at some time.
Them over there that
It's like you can't escape because they're always right there. And if they're not there and you leave, when you come home, they're there. Like, they're waiting for you to come so they can do more stuff, say more things.
we're gonna get through this.
Hey, everybody having a good time?
We had planned that my family was gonna come over and celebrate my birthday. I was turning 12 years old.
Christina doesn't want to leave Diamond and Jonathan to walk home by themselves from the bus stop. She asks her nephews, Del Monte and Trevor, to meet up with them.
And my cousins are very protective of me. Like, they don't like when people mess with me.
Diamond and Jonathan may feel secure, but Jackson feels threatened.
It looks scary because these kids were older and bigger, and my son's only like 12. These kids are like 14, 17, 19.
Oh, so they all bullying him.
The little boy was not happy about my cousins being there at all because they were older cousins, and my cousins are pretty tall and very athletic, so they're kind of like, you know, built in a way. So he was like really ahead of us walking home.
But again, Ashley's story doesn't match.
When they were at the bus stop, they were all waiting for them. They followed them all the way home, threatening to beat them up and do things to them. So I called the police, like I always do.
911, what's your emergency?
Is it me or does it sound like 911 just tired?
In the meantime, Christina's sister Vanessa joins her and Diamond to buy supplies for the party.
My mother, my aunt, and my aunt's son were on our way to the store. We were gonna go get a little outfit for my birthday party.
When we left, there was nobody in her driveway.
When they return from shopping, they find trouble waiting on their doorstep.
Oh, shoot.
Then we come back, an hour later, my husband said the police was there, and he just said that they called the police talking about my nephew's was taunting her son. As soon as we pull up, 3 carloads of people pull up in her driveway.
Ashley's family, including Matt's mother, has rallied to her defense. Now it's like there's 2 armies facing off against each other.
Do you have a problem?
Here we go.
It's not really clear how things get out of hand or who sets it off.
Yeah, y'all done pissed them
And
off.
like
Now it's time to
everything else
fight.
in this story, there
They
are
tired
two
of it.
versions.
It's time to fight. Now
Then
everybody want to get scared.
Christina's family, they're like taking steps into the yard, like they're about to, come in our yard.
Yeah, you can get off my lawn now.
My sister's getting out. You know how close their driveways are, so she can't help but to step on their grass and get
Okay,
out.
so that's the wrong
The
thing.
man's like, whoa, hold it. Don't come over here. Do not come on my property. Don't come over here.
And then next thing I know, it was like a group of people that came outside, and everyone was yelling at everyone.
The first thing you hear out of Vanessa's mouth, she's yelling at the top of her lungs, come outside, pregnant girl. We're gonna stomp the baby out of you. My mother, she looks at me, she was like, who is that? I said, those are the neighbors.
Before we can even, get in front of the car, here come Matt coming out. And he just started going off on us.
They were just all out there yelling, and they're yelling racist things to them.
I'm like, you get out my sister's face. What is you doing? You a man. Why are you stepping up in my sister's face?
Did you touch him?
Michael watches from his porch. But instead of getting involved in the argument, he decides to handle it differently.
I chose to take the legal route. I chose to call the police, but that day, I kept
They
getting
got
cut
tired
off
of
the
y'all.
phone. The 911 operators kept saying they couldn't hear me.
Michael also has problems hearing the operator, and so goes inside.
I was feeling scared. I was worried because now there's like a bunch of people over here and they're in my yard.
Guy was in my sister's face. He was like in her face, like he had his hand up about to punch my sister.
The shouting match is turning into a shoving match, and much, much worse.
It don't matter what people say. They'll know nothing until they actually experiencing it themselves. Until you actually go through something, then you can say, well, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but you don't know what you could do. You don't know what you're capable of until, you're in that situation.
Oh, it's coming. I feel it. I feel it. Y'all feel it? Swiss Cartel, y'all feel it? I feel it coming.
911.
Look at the neighbors. Yeah, the old cameras. Remember them old cameras? I used to make videos with, movies.
After months of angry words and accusations, the feud on our
Look at
street
them wigs,
has reached
boy.
the edge of disaster.
Listen, ooh,
And
it
it
smells
doesn't
like cocoa
stop.
butter and must. Oh, Lord.
I see my sister arguing with Ashley.
See, she's
Fergus's
much brighter
mother.
than the actor that
We're
played
standing
her.
in the middle of her yard, and I'm trying to pull my sister away. Like, come on.
In the midst
Shouldn't
of
have
the
got your
chaos
sister
and
involved. Your
confusion,
sister got the popping.
a
That
pregnant
sister got the
Ashley has
popping,
gone to
boy.
her kitchen and picked up a knife.
Ashley, no, put that down right now. Ashley,
And
put it
I
down.
yell, like,
Put
everybody
it down.
get the hell out of my yard. So Christina saw me.
She got a knife. I'm yelling at everybody that this lady got a knife.
You shouldn't have been out there. You
I was
messed
just
around and
thinking,
found
like,
out.
I had to get them off of me. Then I kept, thinking about my baby.
Meanwhile, all these people jumping me, pulling my hair, punching me in my face, while this lady got a knife. None of them didn't care. They just kept on fighting and just kept on fighting.
I was very scared. They're grabbing me. This is the only arm I have free. So I just swung my arm until they let go.
She got her, too. She got
Michael
who? She get the
Covington's
sister?
horrified reaction is relayed to 911.
Get the ambulance here now. They just stabbed her. Man, get up here, please. Now. Okay, is this a crystal?
Then he sees his sister-in-law stumble
Oh,
out
the
from
baby had to
crowd.
watch his mama
Vanessa
get
comes
hit.
out of their yard. I'm standing in my driveway. And she was
She
holding
ain't
her
hollering no
chest,
more though.
and she was
She ain't
telling me,
hollering.
she
You
just
know how
stabbed me.
that? You see how that one medicine works?
Like, Nessa, what's
She
wrong?
shut the f up.
She stabbed me. She stabbed me. What do you mean she stabs you?
You got her stabbed.
And so Nessa just falls to the ground.
You got her stabbed. You got her stabbed. Y'all
I'm
are the
lifting up
reason.
her shirt, and I'm seeing bubbles come out of this hole in her chest.
Oh, she out of
It's
there
bubbles.
in her lung. It went through to her lung. It had to have
I'm
on
holding her in my
chest.
arms, and her body's getting heavy
Yep, she
in my
leaving.
lap,
She
and her eyes
leaving.
are going dead.
We do have a stabbing also at that location.
Next thing I remember is the ambulance. The police finally had arrived, and they were just like taking their slow time, kind of walking
Yeah,
up to
because
the
they knew
house.
what's going on. They seen all these people. They said, "Oh yeah, we ain't want no rush in this."
I guess they didn't know that someone
trash
had
here,
been
man. We ain't got
like,
time for
injured.
this. Y'all know what y'all look like right now? I mean, rest in peace if she did pass. I hope she didn't. Hope she ain't checked. But damn, look what
She
y'all
just
look like.
died right there, man.
No. Rest in peace, Vanessa.
She died right
But
there.
y'all look like y'all just out there, just a gang right now. And it's all your fault. You got that.
She just
that
killed
habit.
this girl in front of her son.
No, you
front of
got
her
the girl
family.
killed in front of her son. And in front of the whole family.
Vanessa McMorrick was 20 years old.
Rest in peace, Vanessa McMorrick. But you was involved in it too.
Ashley Berger is arrested
You
and
was out there
charged with
popping.
murder.
I don't know. I think I was just in shock. Like, I couldn't believe that all that just happened. I never
Yeah.
thought it would be me who was gonna, get arrested and be put in a police car.
That summer, Ashley gives birth to a baby girl while under house arrest.
Oh.
Then,
Only a
3
girl
months
get that
later,
privilege.
she goes to trial.
Yeah, only a girl get that privilege.
The Covington and Berger families both want justice. Each
Yeah,
family has their own
rightfully so.
definition of what that means. And no surprise, their lawyers paint very different pictures.
Of course.
Ashley is probably the shyest human being I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, let alone representing. She was a charitable person, a caring person, a caregiving person.
What's wrong with that eye?
I felt that she was a violent person based on the incident a few months before.
Do you hear
where
the
she
you hear the
punched
difference in the
Christina
attorneys? It's
partly in
like
the face while Christina was holding a baby.
violent.
And of course, then she's the one who went and got a knife in this incident.
Yeah, I mean,
The
you did
people that
retrieve
lived
it.
next door, they were aggressive, they were angry, and they were bullies.
Yeah.
They were raising children, they worked, and none of them had a criminal record in any way, shape, or form.
If anybody can prove that she was not defending herself from this big behemoth coming at her, that's ridiculous.
The injuries suffered by Vanessa showed the rage and hatred that Ms. Berger had toward her. She stabbed her 7 times. If she's simply trying to defend herself, I think just showing the knife would have been enough. She didn't have to stab her once, but she stabbed her 7 times, and one of those stab wounds
Damn,
was
she stabbed her
3
7
inches
times?
deep, which is
I thought she
stab
stabbed her
wound that
once.
Caused her death.
Damn, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ashley is
6,
given 5
7.
years for manslaughter.
Wow, that's a lot of stabs.
You don't think. You just
That deep.
get scared. You just try to protect yourself. That's all I was trying to do.
Why are you crying? Because you
Only
think that's gonna
5
make you
years for
look
killing
innocent?
somebody. Heat of passion. Heat of passion.
Yeah, well, you the ones brought it on her. You the reason why she went.
By the time Ashley is released from prison in 2010, her relationship with Matt has ended.
Oh, I believe that.
This is something that I would never. I wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through. I'm trying to rebuild and do something good with my life. It's like when you're failing, it's hard to get a second chance.
To this day, that the blood stain from my aunt is still on the porch.
Damn.
is still on the porch because it was under a rail, so like no rain gets to that spot. My mom actually tried to clean it up, but it didn't work. It's still there.
We moved out of there. Oh, thank goodness we moved out of there.
Yeah.
No, we're just all,
Too many bad memories.
we're all healing together. It's been 10 years. She would have been 30 this year.
Yeah.
Just trying, you can never get over it. And I'm not gonna ever get over it. We just try to heal. Try to make
Hindsight's
things
2020
better.
though, ain't it? Hindsight's 2020.
Say bye, booby. Bye, booby. Bye-bye.
And she had to do it in front of the baby, man. That's what got me. But, you know, I mean, it happens. Excuse me. But, I mean, she had the opportunity to fix it and didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Why would you just sit there and not fix it? Why wouldn't you go ahead and fix it? But, you know, hey, that's how it goes sometimes. You know, Smith Cartel, y'all know how it go. But I still say the sister I still say it's the sister's fault that brought her into it. So, hey, and we all know how people can get. They get to bumping their gums. There's a lot of women out here that like to bump their gums but can't throw them hands. Let's just keep it a buck. So their defense mechanism is to talk. And I'm pretty sure her sister came over there and wasn't the perfect angel she's supposed to be. But, you know, hey, to each his own. They got it all said and done. But it was crazy, though, how you see how quick it turned up. I told y'all. Y'all like and subscribe to Smith Cartel channel. We'll see y'all on the next one. I'm Hefe. To my family, love y'all. To everybody else, y'all be breezy, baby.